Good morning, student. Today's topic is direct and inverse proportion. This chapter is already started. So today I solve question number 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 of exercise 13.1 NCERT books. So take out your maths book, NCERT, exercise 13.1. Question number 6. The question is in the model sheet the mast is 9 centimeter high while the mast of the actual ship is 12 meter high. If the length of the ship is 28 meter, how long is the model ship? That means find the length of the model ship. Let the length of the model ship is x centimeter. So let the length of the model ship is x centimeter. So there is the table, length of the ship in centimeter and height of the mast is also centimeter. So length of the ship is 28 meter is given, so it is 2800 centimeter, and height of the ship, height of the mast is 12 meter it is given, so it is 1200 centimeter. So length of the ship is x, it is unknown. So height of the mast of it is the column of model ship. So height of the mast is 9 centimeter and length of the model ship is x centimeter. So here height of the mast is increased if the length of the ship is increased, or height of the mast is decreased if the length of the ship is decreased. That means height of the mast is increased or decreased. It depends on the length of the ship is increased or decreased respectively. That means these two variables are in directly proportional. So when the two variables are in directly proportional, then their ratio are same. So x by 9 equal to 2800 by 1200. So this is the relation. Now cut this 0 and 0. So x by 9 equal to 28 by 12. Now by the cross multiplication, x into 12 equal to 12x equal to 9 into 28. Next line, x equal to 9 into 28 by 12. Now simplify this. So 3 is the common divisor between 9 and 12. So 3 3 is 9, 3 4 is 12, and 4 is the common divisor between 28 and 4. So 4 7 is 28. So 3 into 7 21. So x equal to 21. That means length of the model ship is 21 centimeter. Next, question number 7. In your book it is given, suppose 2 kg of sugar contains 9 into 10 to the power 6 crystals. 2 kg sugar contains 9 into 10 to the power 6 crystals. How many sugar crystals are there in 5 kg sugar and 1.2 kg sugar? So Roman 1, let 5 kg sugar contains x sugar crystal. Number of sugar crystal in 5 kg sugar is x. So let 5 kg sugar contains x sugar crystal. So this is the table, weight of the sugar in kg and number of crystals. So first it is given 2 kg sugar contains 9 into 10 to the power 6 sugar crystal. So let 5 kg sugar contains x sugar crystal. This is the number of sugar crystal in 5 kg sugar. So number of crystal is increase or decrease if the weight of the sugar is increase or decrease respectively. So it is a case of direct proportion. Now we know that when the two variables are indirectly proportional, then the ratio are same. So 5 by x equal to 2 by 9 into 10 to the power 6. Now from this equation find the value of x. So by the cross multiplication 2 into x equal to 5 into 9 into 10 to the power 6. So x equal to 5 into 9 into 10 to the power 6 by 2. So 9 into 5, 45 by 2 into 10 to the power 6. So when you divide 45 by 2, it is 22.5 into 10 to the power 6. Now convert it to the standard form. The point is to take to the left side one digit. So 2.25 into 10 to the power 7. So 5 kg sugar contains 2.25 into 10 to the power 7 sugar crystal. Next, Roman 2, same question. Question number 7, Roman 2. Let 1.2 kg sugar contains y sugar crystal. So same type of table, weight of the sugar in kg and number of crystal. So 2 kg sugar, first it is given that 2 kg sugar contain 9 into 10 to the power 6 sugar crystal. It is given. So 1.2 kg sugar contains how many sugar crystal? Y. So these two variables are indirectly proportional. So number of crystal is increased if the weight of the sugar is increased. So they are in direct proportion. Already we discussed it. So when these two variables are in directly proportional, then the ratio are same. So 1.2 by y equal to 2 by 9 into 10 to the power 6. Now we simplify this relation. So by the cross multiplication, 2 into y, 2y equal to 1.2 into 9 into 10 to the power 6. So y equal to 1.2 into 9 into 10 to the power 6 by 2. That is 1.2 into 9 by 2 into 10 to the power 6. This 10 to the power 6. So 1.2 into 9, 10.8 by 2 into 10 to the power 6. This 10 to the power 6. Now after division, 10.8 by 2 equal to 5.4 into 10 to the power 6. So y equal to 5.4 into 10 to the power 6. So number of sugar crystal in 1.2 kg sugar, when the weight of the sugar is 1.2 kg, then the number of sugar crystal is 5.4 into 10 to the power 6. Next, question number 8. In your book, it is given that Resmi has a road map with a scale of 1 centimeter representing 8 kilometers. That means 1 centimeter distance in the map is equal to 18 kilometer in the earth surface length of the road. So Resmi has a road map with a scale 1 centimeter representing 18 kilometer. She drive on road for 72 kilometer. What would be the distance covered in map? So let 72 kilometer road represent y by x centimeter in the map. So distance in the road, this is the table, distance in the road in kilometer and distance in the map in centimeter. So distance in the road in kilometer, 18 kilometer represent by 1 centimeter in the map. So 72 kilometer in the road represent by x centimeter in the map. So these two variables are in directly proportional, because if the length of the road or distance, here the distance of the map is increased if the distance of the road is increased, or if the distance of the road is decreased, then the distance of the map is also decreased. So it is a case of direct proportion. So when the two variables are indirectly proportional, then the ratio are same. So 72 by x equal to 18 by 1, or 18 by 1 equal to 72 by x. This is the relation. Now by the cross multiplication, 18 into x equal to 72 into 1, 72. So x equal to 72 by 18 equal to x equal to 4. So 4 centimeter distance in the map represented by 72 kilometer in the road. Next, question number 9. A 5 meter 60 centimeter high vertical pole casts a shadow 3 meter 20 centimeter long. Find at the same time Roman 1 the length of the shadow by another pole 10 meter 50 centimeter high, and Roman 2 the height of the pole which casts a shadow 5 meter long. So here it is given that a pole of height 5 meter 60 centimeter casts a shadow 3 meter 20 centimeter. Then find the length of the shadow. In the same time, find the length of the shadow cast by another pole 10 meter 50 centimeter. So let 10 meter 50 centimeter high pole cast a shadow x centimeter. So this is the table. Height of the pole in centimeter and length of the shadow also in centimeter. So 5 meter 60 centimeter equal to 560, here already written 5 meter 60 centimeter equal to 560 centimeter, and 3 meter 20 centimeter equal to 320 centimeter. So 560 centimeter high pole cast a shadow 320 centimeter. Then 1050 centimeter high pole cast a shadow of length x centimeter. So length of the shadow is increase or decrease if the height of the pole is increase or decrease respectively. That means if the height of the pole is increased, then the length of the shadow is increased. If the height of the pole is decreased, then the length of the shadow is also decreased. So it is a case of direct proportion. Now when these two variables are in directly proportional, then their ratio are same. So this is the relation: 560 by 320 equal to 1050 by x. Now by the cross multiplication, x into 560, that is 560 into x equal to 1050 into 320. So x equal to 1050 into 320 by 560. Now simplify this. So cut this 0 and 0. Then divide this 56 and 32. The common divisor is 8. 8 7 are 56 and 8 4 are 32. Divide this 32 and 56 by 8. Then 7 is there, quotient 7. Then 7 1050 divided by 7. The quotient is 150. So 7 1 is 7, and when you divide this number by 7, the quotient is 150. So x equal to 150 into 4, that is 600. So 10 meter 50 centimeter or 1050 centimeter high pole cast a shadow 600 centimeter, or 10 meter 50 centimeter high pole cast a shadow of 6 meter 600 centimeter equal to 6 meter. Next, Roman 2 of question number 9. Let y centimeter high pole cast a shadow of 5 meter or 500 centimeter. Here length of the shadow is given, find the height of the pole. So same type of table, height of the pole in centimeter, height of the shadow in centimeter. This is the first information given: 5 meter 60 centimeter high pole, that is 560 centimeter high pole, cast a shadow 3 meter 20 centimeter, that is equal to 320 centimeter. And this is the Roman 2, y centimeter high pole cast a shadow of 500 centimeter. So length of the shadow is increase or decrease if the height of the pole is increase or decrease respectively. So these two variables are in directly proportional. Therefore 560 by 320 equal to y by 500. Now after simplifying this, y equal to 875. You know how to solve this, simplify this. So y equal to 875. So required height of the pole is 875 centimeter equal to 8 meter 75 centimeter. Next, question number 10. In your book it is given that a loaded truck travels 14 km in 25 minutes. If the speed remains same, how far car is travel in 5 hours? That means find the distance traveled by the car in 5 hours. So here let the car travel in x kilometer in 5 hours. This is the table. Distance traveled by the truck in kilometer and time in minute. So it is the first information given. In 25 minutes car travel 14 kilometer, and second information is 5 hours the car travel in 5 hours x kilometer. So 5 hours equal to 560 minutes and distance is x kilometer. Now find the value of x. How? So more time is required to cover the more distance if the speed remains same. So these two variables are in directly proportional, and we know that when the two variables are in directly proportional, then their ratio are same. So 14 by 25 equal to x by 5 into 60. So x equal to, now simplify this. So by the cross multiplication, x into 25, x into 25 equal to 14 into 5 into 60. Then x equal to 5 into 60 into 14 by 25. So now simplify this. 5 5 is 25, 5 12 is 60, so 12 into 14. So x equal to 168. 12 into 14 168. So x equal to 168. That means the truck cover 168 km in 5 hours. Thank you.